8 rom-com couples who shouldn't have ended up together. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Sci. Number 8. Allison and Ben. Knocked Up? 2007. Allison and Ben are an example of a couple who manage to get along but don't necessarily have romantic chemistry. There was nothing in their interactions during the film that led audiences to believe that they were genuinely romantically interested in each other. Instead, it seemed to be a case of look at the glass half full, where they were scrambling for any sort of connection with each other. As opposed to being a couple, it may have made more sense for Allison and Ben to be co-parents to their child. Number 7. Lucy and Jack. While You Were Sleeping, 1995. At no point should someone ever pursue a romantic relationship with someone who took advantage of their accident-induced amnesia and made them believe that they had been in a relationship. Lucy was ultimately a perfect stranger to Jack. This behavior isn't cute, it's creepy. Oddly, Lucy and Jack are touted as a wholesome 90s couple. But Lucy didn't know Jack from Adam, and their entire relationship started with a perturbed lie on her part. This doesn't mean that she's necessarily a bad person, but it does mean that their dynamic from the get-go was off, and she took advantage of him. Number 6. Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, 2010. In general, it doesn't seem like Scott has very much respect for women. He doesn't even bother to end things with Knives Chow before trying to pursue Ramona. And he views Ramona as a prize to be won instead of as her own complete person. Scott didn't deserve Ramona. He was an entitled, creepy guy who had just gotten out of a relationship with a high schooler. And the only thing that drew him to Ramona was her disinterest in him and her manic pixie dream girl personality. She could have done a lot better than Scott. Number 5. Josie and Sam. Never Been Kissed, 1999. In the same vein as Scott Pilgrim's problem, Josie and Sam's trouble lies in suspect attraction to high school students. Sam is akin to Ezra from Pretty Little Liars before the show was even written, and Ezra had a lot of red flags as a TV boyfriend. Both characters find themselves falling in love with high school students at the school where they teach, and the entire scenario gives off an uncomfortable and illegal vibe. Josie, unlike Aria, may not have actually been a high school student, but Sam didn't know that, and he acted inappropriately anyway. Then he was upset that she lied, as if her suddenly being an appropriate age for him was a problem. Number 4. Sally and Harry. When Harry Met Sally, 1989. Sally and Harry spent the entirety of the film-going years without even speaking to each other. They, as stated by the characters themselves, had a lot of philosophical differences about relationships, and Harry even tried to hit on Sally while he was dating her friend Amanda. When they do finally hook up, Harry leaves Sally's place without a word and regrets the entire thing. That's not to mention the fact that they were clearly harboring romantic feelings for each other, but continuing in relationships, engagements, and even marriages with other people. Number 3. Abby and Harper. Happiest Season, 2020. Red flags were flying for the Scorpio holiday rom-com couple. Not only did Harper lie about coming out to her parents and put Abby in a horrible and awkward position during their trip, but she repeatedly had no consideration for Abby's feelings and experience. Many fans even think Abby had more chemistry with Riley, Harper's ex-girlfriend. She, at least, was open and honest about who she was. When Abby and Riley go out for drinks, they immediately click better than Abby and Harper and would have been a better endgame couple. Number 2. Lainey and Zach. She's All That, 1999. The memorable She's All That is a classic rom-com archetype, but the movie would have been better if it had just ended in a morality lesson for Zach. Realistically, he never showed Lainey enough respect for her to entertain his advances. Zach's courtship of Lainey is based on a juvenile and superficial bet between him and his friends. He also doesn't think she's naturally beautiful and insists on a makeover to make her fit in better with the popular crowd. Then, later, he acts as if he needs to save her from Dean when she was perfectly capable of handling herself. Number 1. Bianca and Cameron. 10 Things I Hate About You, 1999. Similar to Zach, Cameron lies about almost everything when he first meets Bianca and has a weird misogynistic need to protect her from anyone else who wants to pursue her romantically. There's no opportunity for the two to really get to know each other, and they don't have much in common. Cameron thinks he's obsessed with Bianca and in love with her, but it becomes very clear that he doesn't know her at all. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.